If you remember, a couple of weeks, actually, it's not even months, weeks back, we were having a conversation about two prominent figures who had a secret relationship, which is another point I'm going to make. I don't understand how celebrities date and don't tell us. But when they break up, bangwala di statement. Gore re kena kae, I can understand it because ha ne le postana le matsogo le fitlhana re re ke mang nong ignora. Ura must mind my own business. Ale kao hana le ngwala statement le you graciously uncoupled. I'm just saying I don't understand it, but okay. So going to the point, Natasha Thahane posted on her social media and something is going on. Something is cooking oil. Because I'm making a reference to what we said as a team. Because we were like, as a team, we really hope it's not just a PR stunt where he's seeking help and he's doing something to get better.
True.
I think you need to paint context because...
He's going to do that.
Okay. Because you haven't said who's seeking...
Okay. Because so, we've got the chef. He's about to cook.
Okay.
So...
Cook, my nigga.
Just to now bring about the Natasha... story.
Yes.
So what Karen is saying we did speak about it. This is now Thembinkosi Lorch, who we recently spoke of about the assault charges that he was facing.
Sure.
He's obviously been in a relationship with Natasha Thahane. And she recently came out to say that they have broken up. And she also posted like a video, I think Rihanna, when she was getting interviewed by Oprah. And in that video, it is insinuating. Rihanna in that video was just talking about the relationship that she had with Chris Brown, where she was getting abused. So obviously Natasha in this case is insinuating that she's also been getting abused, by this so-called person. So Karen, we spoke about Thembinkosi, whereas he was coming out to apologize and seem as though he is maybe seeking help. Obviously, we thought it might have been a public stunt, but now here, this coming out, it's giving a different vibe. So abuse is obviously a big issue in the country.
It is, definitely.
GBV, let me rather say. So, hey, kimutwela butuku.
Mang.
Natasha.
Oh. Just want to be sure.
The question that I have, guys, is if Vele this was the case, and I'm gonna have to be on the other side because there's someone that needs to be on the other side, right?
For who? According to who?
Well, everyone is on the other
10.
side, so you know which side I'm talking about.
Number 10.
So if Vele this was going on, because I mean, if she posted that video and she's clearly saying that something happened within the relationship, right?
She's insinuating.
Well, she's saying it, not in so many words. Should we not ask why maybe she did not go to the police? I mean, we understand that Lorch is a big deal, but she's also a big deal.
True. But I think it paints the same picture with every abusive relationship. You must remember, as much as these people are public figures that we are very familiar of, that most people are fans of, they're still human. So it's the same question that is mostly asked to say, why are you not leaving that relationship? Why do you let it happen over and over and over again until something big happens? And in most cases, you don't even get out there alive. And that's another thing that she actually said in one of her posts, to say she's happy that she got out of there alive. I'm not really putting something it like that, in the same words, but yeah. So I think it's an emotional challenge that people who are going through abusive relationships have, whereby they are so in love with this particular individual that they end up having a belief that this person will change. Because there's always going to be, baby, I'm sorry. That was an accident. I did not mean to hit you. It was this. And there's always a two-way thing whereby I come back and I apologize, you forgive me. So it's not like constant abuse where you're just always getting hit.
Sometimes you don't realize until you're out of the relationship that you were actually in a toxic relationship.
Correct. True.
So it could have been one of those instances. And at the same time, as Ocho, with someone you love, you don't know if that's their love language or you're being abused, or how do you react to this? You love this person, you don't want them to be punished, and you going to the cops is you punishing them. Like, how do you do it?
Yes, because that's another issue. To say I'm going to the cops, that means I'm not loving this person. And when you go to the police, it means I don't love you.
However, right? So maybe we do understand the part whereby most of the victims, they don't usually come out because I don't know whether maybe they're scared or maybe they still have a soft spot for this person, so they don't want to see them suffer and go to jail. But in this case, in this particular case, she already said it in not so many words that this person was doing this to me. You already went out with it. Why don't you just go all the way and actually get this person arrested again?
One thing I've also realized, the legal route is not always easy. It's very intensive. So hey, you know what? I've sought help and I found help and I'm comfortable to leave it where it is now.
But you didn't leave it where it is if you're gonna say something about it.
Maybe it's one way of her coming to terms to it. But if you talk about saying get the court cases, but he did this, he did that, he did this.
It's the same with most rape victims.
And that's why I'm leaving this because now me actually seeking justice seems like
I'm the one that's going to get cross-questioned.
Yeah, I'm the one who's in the wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as easy as we think it is.
That's crazy. I feel like you guys have said like anything and everything that has to be said. My biggest concern, as I feel like Casey also touched on things that I really would have said, because sometimes you just really don't see, So I don't want to go back there because he said everything. And I'm just gonna digress and say I just really hope she's okay, because for someone like Natasha Thahane to consciously come online and throw hints, I mean, she's had enough.
And she's not that kind of a person.
I think that means she's
not that kind of a person.
She's at her wit's end. For me,
and she used to be quite active on social media.
Exactly.
Before the relationship.
So there's a lot. I mean, and obviously there's a lot that's happening that we haven't seen and we didn't hear and we didn't experience. And for someone, one thing I know about her, she's not a person who likes to talk and expose. She's not a nasty girl. She's not a nasty girl.
Yeah.
If you don't need to know Natasha Thahane personally, but you just know clean reputation, kind girl, minds her own business, gets paid for her business.
Yeah.
So for someone like her to graciously come up and write a statement like we're uncoupling and we will just be co-parents. Ouch. She probably wrote that with tears gushing. So more than anything else, besides it being so painful that you're public figures and we're going to speak about this, I just really hope she's okay. Because for her to talk, I get the silent message. She's been through a lot. And I guess maybe she could have taken it because she felt like that's how he loved. And because the more you love a person or the more you expose the person is, the more you are conditioned into their way of doing things. Because because if you love them so much, you start to understand what triggers that behavior. But what you don't understand is that it's not your responsibility to now be, So I don't know. I just really hope she's okay. That's all it is for me. For my end,
me, I just want her to. I know it's
apparently moved on also.
Meaning that she's dating again.
He. Not she.
Oh, he. Oh, yes. I saw from the socials. Now we don't know, but the statement just came out now, so it could have been months back.
That's quick. But someone also Jolalena for, let's say, a couple of years, and you have
he's a
mother of your kid.
He's a soccer player. He's a soccer player.
After the Pierre statement, you're like, let's go.
So what did I want to say? Yes, I wanted to say this. For me, if really this thing happened, I would love it. I love Lorch and I love soccer, even though Lorch doesn't play for Pirates anymore. No, it's on love. But for me, if really this thing happened, for the justice system to make an example out of Lorch, I would have loved her to actually go to the police so that he can get arrested for real this time. Because I remember the sentencing was, if you do this shit again, you're going in for real this time, and you're going to serve. So if it happened again, I would have loved her to actually go to the police and actually, maybe he needs the rehabilitation from inside.
Does it require a charge to be pressed against him?
Yeah.
For it to apply?
Yeah. It has to.
Okay.
But now let's put it this way. Let's say she does that. Then utkana atwanali.
Why don't you beat her baby?
Yeah, jiving we.
Konjeki mango on Naintes Java.
Oh, Lady Zama.
Lady Zama.
Let's say she ends up getting the same treatment that Lady Zama received.
No, but it's different because
but Lady Zama
Lorch has a track record of abuse.
My man, fans don't look at logic. My boy is no longer playing soccer because of you. My boy is now in prison because of you. My boy, and why did you stay? You liked it. That's why sometimes rape victims are
Like
scared to come out, because even though it's true, but they end up being vilified for that. Because why didn't you just sweep it under the rug like everyone else?
You know, that thing, I think we once spoke about it, right, a while back with regards to that thing. I think when I look at Lorch and I look at Sjava, the fans are not the same. Sjava has a huge following, right? And when Sjava has a huge following, Sjava has a cult following type of following. Those are the people that will fight for Java. Anyone that comes as Java, they don't even want to know how true it is.
He has a clean reputation in
also
comparison
probably
to
does
Lorch.
They're not gonna come at Natasha that way. The same way Java fans came at
Lady Zama.
Lady Zama. So I don't think the backlash is going to be the same, because Java's following
the magnitude might not be the same, but she's gonna receive backlash.
But I think Natasha is, I don't know what her plans are at this stage. However, you must remember these people have a child together. So this will be the father of her child.
And this is, not will be, this is the father of her child.
What I'm saying is, this is the father of her child that she will be putting behind bars.
Yeah,
so it will not necessarily be a smart move for her or the child. So let's make it...
Because they're together forever.
Practically.
They are bound forever because of the child.
Practically. Anton.
But
so in some
up,
situations it's a bit tricky.
If the father fucked
True,
up,
if the father fucked up, the father fucked up. But Janung, that's why you look at it from a convenient perspective to say.
But I also understand where you're coming from. If Sundowns Sam kick out to lose the sponsorship, and you think
You get what I mean? Yeah, because bruh.
You know what?
He can still lose those things because she already alluded.
True, she has, né?
And he's got a track record of that thing.
Guys,
so it suits him.
A great conversation. You know when to get in and you know when to get out.
Okay, let's come out. Let's come out.
Street Squad, the baton is on to you. Tell us what you think. If you tell on it, because now we're going back around the same point.
Yeah.